Okay, another attempt. I'm sorry about this, guys. Apparently, since changing my NVIDIA drivers, OBS isn't playing nicely with what's it called, NVEC or something like that. That helped me be able to stream at full HD, but not anymore. So for now, I'm just switched back to 720p. Sorry for this atrocious start of the stream. Everything's a little bit rusty on my end, but apparently don't update your drivers, kids. In the meantime, it's 1-0 to 2-0 to z2x, and I can finally focus on the game. In fact, let's have a look who chose which map. This is obviously Tohunga. Tohunga CTF was chosen by Wehrmacht, also known as the guys with plus in their nick. Apparently not the best of choices, since z2x is already seeming to roll over them in these first couple of minutes. But it's a stacked team on Wehrmacht, some very well-known players, Kitek Vredegrust, RKQ, Nix and Nano. On z2x we find a lot of Belgian and French players, Locati, Kion, Rocket, Cheyenne and Lisco. I'm extremely loud compared to the game. Yeah. Oh god. Thanks for that. I think I should be a little bit lower now. Thanks for the feedback. If it's... yeah, I'm just yelling into my microphone here. Old 7 of 9. Time for some new shoutcasters, guys. Who's going to take over? Anyway, I forgot to mention that Biddle is our GTV cameraman, so that's why I got the 2-minute warning that the game started. Unfortunately, I still wasn't ready for it, but I promise I will be ready for the Nations Cup. And the Nations Cup draw will be held right after this final, so stick around. And indeed, RKQ is part of the Nordic team. So we finally have a Nordic team again, and also Portugal will be showing up. About freaking time, to be honest. Unfortunately, they didn't show up last year. Last Nations Cup. But together with RKQ, Brainless is also going to be playing in the Nordic team. Hashtag fake news. Nice nades there by Cheyenne, didn't take any damage himself. We'll be able to... Well, nearly took out a second. Next still alive. And Biddle is asleep. 3.5 minutes remaining here, and well, the guys of Wehrmacht are in trouble. Let's have a look what other maps we have in store. This is a best of 5, by the way. So after this we will have Casa Team Survivor. That's the choice of z2x, just to remind you. And then we go to the second pick of Wehrmacht, which is Prague Team Survivor. And the way Wehrmacht is playing, I'm not sure if we will need a 4th map or a 5th map. z2x really showing who's boss here. Oh, that's odd. Rocket playing without a helmet. So how have you guys been? I haven't been around in the Urban Terror community since the final of the last Nations Cup. And I saw that an alpha was made available for at least some players to play Urban Terror 5. Just curious what your opinions are. Nice double tap on the helmet there by Vrederust. I don't know why I'm trying to pronounce it poorly in English. Vrederust. I don't have any juicy Urban Terror news, Brainless. I do have some other news though. Here comes, guys. 7 of 9 has respawned. Well, not yet. In 4 months, I'm going to be a daddy. 4.5 months to be exact. You're fine, cameras, don't worry. No, Brainless, it's not going to be a little ducky, Jesus. Yeah, I'm just going to make sure that Urban Terror will have some new players coming in. I think we'll have to wait a couple of years, but it's pretty much the only way that we can get new players. Nice movement here by Nex. Unfortunately, he bit the bullet though. Okay, so I got some news for you guys. We won't have a break between halves, so an instant ready up going to come our way. No time to get something to drink, unfortunately. That would have been nice. And Bido actually mentioning that he didn't even realize that the game started, so we'll be following some some dead people, I guess. So 5 rounds or 5 caps to z2x. Now let's wait and see what Wehrmacht can do. Oh yeah, that's GTV. So for those wondering, here we go. The Winter Cup started in February, so it's now end of March. So at least 2 months of fragging, and well, I see that z2x actually beat off some stiff competition. Oh my god, seeing some really old names here, but nice to see. Oh, by the way, you guys wanted some juicy Urban Terror news. Well, actually, I do have some juicy Urban Terror news. And I think it was only decided this afternoon. The Nations Cup will not be a traditional group stage. For those wondering, I think it was 2006? No, sorry, I'm exaggerating. 2016, probably, that we had the last Swiss system tournament. But we are going to have a Swiss system. I'll explain that during the group draw. But that means that there's a lot more Urban Terror action coming our way. As far as I know, you didn't, Blaze. I'm quite sure that last Nations Cups, I think the last time it was Nations Cup number 20 that we had the Swiss system. Oh, actually, so that's not 2016, it's 2017. No, I did shoutcast most of the Nations Cups, so... Yeah, you are right, there was a Swiss system. just a long time ago. And we also had some a Swiss system, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was looking into either getting a round robin system or a different system. Oh, sorry Duffy, donations don't pop, no. That's strange. They should. Yeah, they should. So I have no idea what happened there. Maybe the link changed. Let me check if you really did donate, and then I'll yeah, try again. That would be epic. Let me quickly see if I'm not being trolled. No, Duffy did actually donate, and for the whopping amount of €1 with the text ADX autism. Isn't that better that it's not a robot that's saying what you wanted to say? I fixed the live chat. Well, no, actually, normally there's a delay of 2 minutes when I don't have a GTV cameraman, so I do have one now. So it wasn't anything to fix, just making sure that nobody can cheat. Duffy donating once more, €5, test, trying again. Unfortunately it doesn't work, but I appreciate your generosity, Duffy. And now let me focus back on this game. Z2x not making any additional caps, but not necessary either, since they are in the lead here by 5. And still 6 minutes remaining. It's really strange, to be honest. The donation should be working. Oh well. Once more, I appreciate your generosity, but well, let me quickly see if I can test it again. I'm such a good shoutcaster, I'm just completely focusing on the donations. Oh man. No, it wasn't Pretzel, but it is the first time I sent out a notification message in 2020. No, donations are not working for some reason. So, sorry about that. Anyway, in the meantime, not a lot happening here. Oh, actually, a lot has happened. Jesus. Yeah, thanks, Brainless. I am really out of it. So, it's all square. Nothing happening here, mates. Okay. For some reason, I thought Urban Terror had a logical UI that I could see the score of last rounds. But that's not true. So it's all square right now. Three minutes remaining here. And z2x will be able to run this. Nade's coming into Wehrmacht spawn, and Rocket bringing it home. Very nicely done. Within 10 seconds, and Cheyenne now once more in possession, and it's Kitek and RKQ who are on the back foot. He does get one. Lisco is down to 50 and will get past the corner, but Nano will stop him in his tracks. Traderist staying alive. Has to fall back probably to defend. And did just that. He killed Cheyenne there. Cheyenne out full. Now can Wehrmacht here retake the initiative? It's only a Rocket remaining. Nice pre-shooting. Nano is going to be out full. Rocket's going to be too late. Kitek is going to bring this home. Very nicely done here. And Rocket out of stamina. 5-0. Nicely done. Or what am I saying? 7-0. And a slaughterhouse here in Wehrmacht spawn. In comes Locati from behind. All of Wehrmacht are dead. Locati has to preserve his stamina. Ooh. Oh my god. That frame drop at that moment. So it's 8-7 in z2x's favor here. And 1 minute remaining. So me and my big mouth saying that Wehrmacht didn't have a chance here. In fact, it looks like they're going to make it all square once more with 50 seconds on the clock. Hey Dion, leuk je te zien. So, these last seconds are ticking down. And this whole map was for nothing. Spray and pray. And GG. That's a very good question, actually. What are the rules? Well, thankfully we've got Biddle on call. Oh, Brainless, you're such a troll. Some things never change. So, how have you guys been doing with Corona? Playing Urban Terror or playing some other games? It was all square ZMB. It's a draw. Playing Urban Terror for reals. Okay, so you've been sliding through the supermarket, getting all your stuff. Okay, let's see. How am I going to fill this time? Oh, okay. Fuck's sake. Actually, there is an overtime rule according to Biddle, even if it's not Well, even if it might not be in the rules, but I don't know. I suppose it is in the rules, otherwise he's not saying it. 2 times 5 minutes overtime, so that makes sense. Oh my god, Cam, Battlefield 2. Oh, I played thousands of hours on that. So we have 1.5 minutes here until the game starts. Is that still a thing, Brainus? Battlefield Project Reality? I used to be really good as a, not as a gunner, but as a helicopter pilot. Oh my god, Morphus Columbia, that would be terrible. If you want to see me play on the NL team, that would be really bad. But then again, I'm sure that Netherlands, if they could field a team with Vrede Rust, well, who else do we still have? Who else do we still have? It's pretty bad. I don't know how many viewers do I have, Rito. Let me check. Wow, holy shit, 73, you guys! Since Corona, that's the answer. Holy moly, that's really impressive, guys. Appreciate it, Angelizer. Or should I say, Vansekovic. Anyway, we're still waiting for it to ready up. It's cool to catch up with you guys. Aww! Even some donations through Albert Strife. Thank you very much for that. Unfortunately, for some stupid reason, in 4 months of not streaming, I managed to bugger up my donations messages. But Albert Strife, thanks very much for the 500 bits. At least I think that's 500, or is it 100? I don't know. Whatever. Well, not whatever. Thanks very much. Sometimes it can be really impolite. Okay, when are we going to start? Yes, indeed, Urban Terror living through Corona. Okay, this is really ridiculous, the amount of time this is taking, but I mean, this round of this map obviously is well, important. First of all, it's the start of the final, and secondly, apparently they're quite level in skill, so you never know when this map could be Jesus. If this map could be important and a decider. Okay, so in 2 minutes the game is starting. Oh, what? No, the game isn't started just yet, Blaze, but thanks very much for the mention. I'm quite sure I would have forgotten to switch. So, here we go. Disco staying alive, but not for long. Patty wasting the time of Wehrmacht, and successfully, but z2x have to watch out when they are going to get out of their spawn. Nicely done by Disco. And Wehrmacht is being mopped up here. Ooh, actually, is it? Yes, it is. Nicely done, Rocket. Gets Nano out full as well. And now this gives z2x an opportunity to secure the spawn of Wehrmacht. Sorry, I'm just focusing on the game. And Rocket, unfortunately, only gets one out. So we know z2x is pretty good on the blue side. Okay. Bit of lag. Can we restart? Ooh, that can be costly. The mind games are real. Yes, Blaze Fancy, I am planning to do that at least. I'm really curious what Corona will be doing these upcoming months. I actually last year, I don't know if you guys are interested in my personal life, but I'm just going to share. Since September, I started playing snooker again really actively, and actually qualified for the Dutch national championships, which was pretty damn cool, but now they've been cancelled. Well, my whole hobby, I can't even go to the snooker club anymore. So that's one hobby less. So I have to fill it now. And I'm pretty much filling it with walking and gaming. Fuck you, Brainless! Well, you know what? I'll give you the town. Good luck with mini clip 8-ball. That would be cool. Or not. Oh man. I spent some hours on that actually, Pretzel. Oh man. I'm starting to get a little bit wheezy. Maybe that's Corona. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's going to be worried about my health. Actually, I did get the flu a week ago, and it finally passed 2 or 3 days ago. Well, if you guys will show up with 75 viewers, don't worry, I'll be shoutcasting every single... No, that's kind of an exaggeration, but I will definitely be shoutcasting a lot more if Corona continues like this. Then again, I also have a baby room to to get ready, but lots of free time. Which game, Angelizer? Yes, I am Brainless. In fact, I'm well, some of you might know, but I'm a trainer, so I train people for their jobs, so managers and well, sometimes also even call center agents, etc. But my speciality is, yes, virtual fucking training. So that means that all of a sudden, last week, I became one of the most important people in the whole fucking company, which is really stupid since, I mean, you'd say that it would kind of be, yeah, well, actually it's related to my experience with streaming. Okay, back to the game. So the score now, well actually since it was 1-1, it's let's just call it as it is, 1-0 to Z2x. Don't worry, Luiso, I will definitely be using that in my half-year review to get a bonus. Oh, thanks Thomas E. Warfare for the sub. Really appreciate it. I'm really raging that the sub and donation messages are not working, but I'll have to get that fixed. So all square once more, and 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Z2x here. Well, Locati hoping to get a death, but he's going to delay Wehrmacht just a little bit now. Ooh, staying alive. And this time it's going to be Rocket who will bite the bullet. Locati still had plenty of health. 42%. So this could be a vital flag take here by Nana. Oh wow, actually stuck between a rock and a hard place, something like that. Now the flag is situated there quite nicely. It's going to be hard for Wehrmacht to get close. Nano's still there. Now Z2x have 1 second to get close to the spawn. Locati nading at least. But none of his nades were successful, unfortunately. 11% here will bleed out in time. Does manage to delay Nano just that split second. The question is, will Nex be able to run it? It's just 3 of Wehrmacht remaining, but also just 2 of Z2x at the moment. And we find that essential cap now, Wehrmacht in the lead for the first time on this blue side. Done here by RKQ, but can't connect to Locati. This should be enough to run it. He'll drop it over to Nano. With 2 seconds remaining. 1. He brings it home. Nicely done, Wehrmacht. And that cap in the dying seconds could actually be really important. So, Wehrmacht now in the lead by 2. And Z2x have it all to do here on the blue side. Let's see, have they started yet? Incoming another draw, that would be terrible. In fact, I think that the rules should state that you lose a player at each extension. That would be cool. No, that's crazy. It should, of course, it's 2 halves because you have a map advantage. That's why we're doing it, Blaze. That's why we also have 2 halves on CTF. Actually, the rules have been thought through, so... If I'm not mistaken, actually I'm quite sure that Oh man, okay. Old school players, and I'm talking old school as in longer than 10 years ago. Do you remember that there were halves in CTF? Because I don't. I think that that's something when Urban Zone came on the scene, but maybe my memory is slightly jaded. Okay, sorry, yeah, but I mean longer than 10 years ago. Oh, 10 years ago was 4.1? Okay, thanks, Thunder. Early onset of Alzheimer's. Nicely done, Lizco, taking Nano down to 31% and spawning instantly. Gotta appreciate that skill. Oh my god, Blaze. Then I've probably been playing this game... Oh my god, when was 3.7 then? I've been playing longer than 3.7, by the way. I think it's 2.6 or something like that when I started playing. Oh my god, oh man. Well, we've already established that it's Grandpa 7 of 9. So... Yeah, exactly. I used to listen to those casts, Thunder. Nicely done, Nano. Wow, staying alive here, and his teammates are coming in to support him. No Albert Strife. It was called shoutcasting, not streaming. And actually on Urban Zone downloads you can still find some of those radio casts. So people would connect to the GTV server, hope that the delay between GTV server and Winamp or Icecast wasn't that big, and listen and watch from 2 different sources to the game. Yes, that's what we had to cope with back in the day. That was very awesome. I agree. In the meantime, z2x have a lead of 1 and now going to... Oh no! Lizco messing up. The stress getting to him. But... Lucky son of a gun. Lol cam. No, it was Wehrmacht who won by 2, so it's all square now. 2 minutes remaining, and z2x really strong on the blue side. You needed to buy Quake 3. You needed a Q3, a Quake 3 key to be able to connect to... Oh, what was the anti-cheat called? Yeah, I'm quite sure you weren't allowed to play a lot of Clan Wars then, Blaze. Punkbuster, that's the one, yeah. Spunkbuster. Lovely. Back to the game, guys. 1 minute remaining and it's all square, so are we going to go to another decider? Yeah, I know, Duffy, but it's a completely different anti-cheat now compared to them. So 44 seconds remaining here. It could go to a third, or actually a second decider. All hands on deck. Batten down the hatches. Don't want to lose now. I agree, Blaze. 2 extensions is a little bit much. Well, I will take a break since we're going to go for another extension. Guys, I'll be right back after I've got something to drink to stave off the corona. Be right back. Fantastic, they already started. Guess I didn't get the warning, but whatever. Well, to be honest, it's the only time Biddle didn't give a warning, so let's give him some credit. Anyway, we didn't miss anything. It's all square. Nano in possession of the flag. And won't be able to bring it home. And Wehrmacht now in the lead by 1. And especially since z2x is strong on the blue side, this could finally maybe give us a result here on Tohunga. Ah, that's a good idea actually. How do I mute? GTV no speech, thanks. Ah! No. Thank you. Oh, hehe. Nice nade by Lisco to at least delay them a little bit more in their stream. Or in their stream, in their spawn. So, with 2 minutes remaining here, Wehrmacht is just going to make sure that they keep this lead. Maybe build it out a little bit. Nicely done, z2x here. Going to make it all square, 1-all. Oh, lovely Keon. Unfortunately, that was mid-spawn. Guess he didn't check the timer. Yeah, I agree, ZMB. Kind of odd. But I guess that the pressure's getting to them. Oh, nicely done here by Cheyenne. RKQ and Nano have to hold. And they do. Nicely done. And, well, another draw here. But up to now, we haven't had a draw mid-map, if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm hopeful. Okay, so apparently I wasn't the only one that was refilling his drink. Biddle as well, that's why we missed the first minute of the last half. Let's get this show on the road, guys. We still have 2 more maps at the very least. But at least we're going to switch over to Team Survivor after this. Here we go. Whose fucking idea is it to have a 20-second start? Oh, I think this is crazy. Sorry, Biddle, love you. Switch channels, Fonsekovic. Anyway, it's all square, but RKQ with 26% is going to try and bring it home. That was odd timing. Oh, the lag. I think this must be the longest map I've ever shoutcasted. I don't think I've ever had 2 extensions in a CTF map. So, we find Wehrmacht in the lead by 1 now. Still 4 minutes to go. Oh, that's true, Brainus. This is just, I'm talking about playtime. Don't get me started about kids delaying. There was a point somewhere in, well, I think 5 years ago that I contemplated paying them to start immediately. Well, actually, not only contemplating, when like the, what's it called? Those knockout matches that would start whenever I wanted it to start. And people would accept it since there was prize money. So oh, that's what we should do. Oh, actually, well, I worked way too much. Last week, I think I made 60 hours or something like that. So maybe we could have a Corona knockout tournament. Huh. It's worth contemplating. Two minutes remaining, and Z2x have a lot of work to do if they want to get back into the game. But Nano is going to put the nail in the proverbial coffin here. 3-0. Finally. Okay. We won't call it the Corona, the Corona Hunger Games. Oh, lovely nade. We'll clear up the rest. No, not completely. Brainless, you're going to cast it with me. Blaze, I don't completely agree with that. I think the most fun... Oh, well, maybe it's... Yeah, of course it's completely personal, but... From my perspective, I think that the Skeet Shoot tournament was the most fun that we ever brought. Oh, well, at least most fun, maybe most skill, I don't know. It was... One thing's for sure, it was a lot of fun. But that was so much work to organize, it was crazy. I'm glad I was a student then and I pretty much sacrificed 2 weeks. 2 weeks to organize that. And I got some help, don't forget. Anyway, Wehrmacht finally win here on Tahunga. Which in fact was their home map. So, congratulations Wehrmacht. We are going to have to wait some time probably for the second map. But the second map is going to be Casa Team Survivor. So about fricking time, good game indeed. And we'll be back for Casa Team Survivor. And I'm going to continue on my break. Be right back. Ladies and gents, Casa Team Survivor coming your way right now. I see somebody doesn't really appreciate Casa Team Survivor. I honestly, I do understand, but it's an acquired taste to see the skill. I personally, well, as many of you know, prefer CTF, but Casa Team Survivor, it's definitely. Well, for instance, this. During the Nations Cup Grand Final, we saw some new tactics being used. New, quote unquote new. The totem pole of SRA debt. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, you just have to watch, go back into YouTube and see what I'm talking about. People were even discussing if it was legal or not. But it's a lot slower than CTF, that's definitely true. In the meantime though, RKQ and Nano down, and already a timeout being called. Let's have a look, is there any... Why? Oh, okay. Push here by z2x and one down, but in come the rest, and very nicely coordinated push here. As you can see, they came through old, they came through new. Is it new? No, sorry. What's it called? Timbers. Two for two. Oh yeah, that's really annoying. My microphone is super sensitive, so you probably can hear every single sound that's happening in my freaking house. Yeah, exactly, Duffy. That's the thing. I really need to fix my microphone, to be honest. The gain is through the roof. Well, I'm not actually, but yeah, I know the microphone is fine. It's just the gain that's crazy. I mean, well, for instance, last week, obviously I was working at home a lot, and people can... I'm on the first floor. When my wife comes through the back door on the ground floor, my colleagues could hear literally the door opening, and it's not like it's a loud door or something like that. That's going to be promising when there's a baby in this house. It's a freaking new house, Brainless. Anyway, all square, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. I wonder if you guys can see this, but I started a poll. Just curious who you think will win this match, z2x or Wehrmacht. Obviously Wehrmacht has one map lead now, but z2x is now playing on their home map. And just Kitech remaining here. Blisco on a roll here, hoping to get an extra kill. Oof, nicely done, Kitech. Yeah, that would have been great, ADX, I agree. Everybody highlight Biddle. So by far the majority of you think, oh jeez, that's crap, that Wehrmacht will win the poll, or will win the match I should say. Well, at the moment z2x though slow, but they are building their lead. So it looks like we will have at least 2 more maps after this. How many of you have to work tomorrow? Hands up. Unfortunately, I'm one of them. Guess that freaking does, at least if people check if you work. Yeah, I'm saving that one, Ryan, for when I actually need it. Something tells me that the way the Dutch government is dealing with this, that a lot of us will actually get corona, so... Well, if you have any advice what to watch on Netflix, please just tell me. In the meantime, this isn't worth watching. Oh my god, Kitek with the no-scope. And Cheyenne on fire here, RKQ and Nex caught up somewhere else. Nex trying to force another draw, but not going to happen. So z2x once more in the lead by 2. To be honest, I don't think that the toilet paper companies are going to be winning a lot. It's not like we're using more, it's just that we're buying more, so we'll be using more spread over the rest of the time. Smooth movement there by Cheyenne. What? Disney Plus is out in Europe. At least in a real country like Netherlands. Oh, double nade by RKQ, taking out Lisco and Locati. "20 seconds remaining here, and it looks like it's going to be another draw." z2x going to spread out a little bit. Oh my gosh. It's like Wehrmacht just they from my perspective, they lost two halves, 2 rounds here to a draw. Well, they shouldn't really. The urgency just doesn't seem to be there. Okay, well, my hopes for a win here by the guys from Wehrmacht have come and gone. So z2x really shown who's boss here on Casa Team Survivor. Oh, nicely done Nex here on a roll, hoping to get Locati as well. But no, I don't think he was there. I think it was just some blood that you saw. Oh, well, maybe he did. Oh, Locati. Oh, that is rough. Holy moly. Can't trust Locati in the shadows. So that was an impressive round, but 5 minutes to go. They need another 4 of those kinds of rounds to force, yes, I'm going to say it, another extension. Oh, nicely done, Wehrmacht. z2x playing a lot more passively now. They are not going to move out from market. You can see that they're all situated on the minimap. in the right top of your corner and set up shop. Now they know where a push is going to be coming from, and they're going to try and escape through timbers, push through Kitech here, because they know that the bulk of the team of Wehrmacht was on the other side of the map. Okay, Keon playing a little bit reckless here. Staying alive. It's Rocket who shouldn't be going that direction. Has been spotted. Now 4 Wehrmacht players will be barreling down on his position. And 1 was not enough. But 3% here to reach 55 seconds. That's impossible. Nicely done. And we have a match back on our hands, guys. 2 rounds the difference. And Wehrmacht have won 2 rounds in a row. Let's see if they can build on that. That's true, Cam. They did barely win, but they did win, so that's all that counts. In fact, z2x barely lost, but they did lose, and that's once more the same. All that counts, and how you deal with that pressure, and especially now that z2x is on the back foot, the pressure will be felt. Oh, Jesus, Nano. Nano's game sense was on par, but not for this scenario. I completely agree, Cam. That gun does need to be banned. So z2x playing passively again. Oh my fucking god. Nano, oh gee, that nade. Time to perfection. 3 kills in 1 second? I mean, z2x is playing really smart here. They are playing passively. They're forcing Wehrmacht to take the initiative. When they have an idea where Wehrmacht have most of their players, they opt to break out the other way. And in this case they broke out, and Wehrmacht only have 3 players to now try and corner z2x, who have probably divided themselves all over the map. Well, in this case they still are divided. But Lokati is still alive and dishing out damage. And all of the pressures on Nano here. Well, he is the player, but he encounters a Glock. So, GG. Congratulations, z2x. You make sure that we won't have an early evening. In fact, it's not early at the moment anyway, so who cares? Yeah, this really looks like CSGO, doesn't it? The true Batista. Also known as Quake 3. Anyway, congratulations, Z2X. It's all square. So, how can this be a shitty final, Tenzu? You're such a freaking troll. Anyway, be right back, guys. Oh, fuck. Oh, bugger. I forgot to hit start record. Oh, that's gonna be some work for me. Crap. Really not looking forward to that. Okay, well, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Ladies and gents, it's all square after having played Tohunga CTF, choice of Wehrmacht. Z2x won on Casa Team Survivor. Now we're going to another CTF map. It's... sorry, I'm getting some messages. Anyway, I'll read that in a second. It's a Turnpike Teams Capture the Flag, I should say. So switching over, and it should start any second now. Let's read what Rocket is saying. Yes, I do have to wake up early. Thanks very much, Rocket. Thanks for your prolonged gaming final. Oh god, this is really taking ages. And it should ready up any second. By the way, I see some new names here as well, so don't forget to hit that follow button if you want to support this old school game. It's called Urban Terror, and it used to be... Oh, Jesus. It used to be a Quake 3 modification. Now it's a standalone game, and it will be coming out soon-ish on a completely modern engine. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully 2020. Especially now with Corona, maybe the devs can be a little bit faster. Don't forget, guys, after this, we have another thing coming your way. It's the Nations Cup draw. So I'm going to make it even later for you guys and myself. This, by the way, is also Z2x's choice. So after this, we'll have Wehrmacht's choice. Yeah, Brainless, I know. God, you're really good at those jokes. Anyway, back to the game. Let's add a little bit of audio into the mix. And 2 times 10 minutes here on Turnpike CTF. Kite going to bleed out full. I'll have you know, little boy, that you are also a boomer. Oh, great movement and knowledge there by Nex. You could hear the sound of Nex taking, of that guy taking his last breath. That's the second time Blue can't get past the park. Oh, fantastic. Nano starting to look like one of the best players here in the server at the moment. And the flag will be returned by Cheyenne. Nicely done. Keon here trying to hold off the blue pursuit. And it will be 2-0. Nicely done here by z2x. On what is the harder side, but it is their home map, so it is to be expected that they outperform Wehrmacht here. Frederust here hoping to get a kill, or a death I should say, a kill obviously as well, but unfortunately he's out full now. Oh, poor Rocket. If he'd been half a second earlier, then he could have hit there. Hot potato situation, and Shane hoping to get some support. He gets it in the form of Lisco, and Shane will bring it home. Now we've got 40 seconds before the flags explode. And the situation resets itself. Lol, that was crazy. Bullet dodging by Lokasi. Nicely done there by Wehrmacht. Two of them just died before the wave respawn. Oh, Jesus, Nano. Give these poor guys a chance. Yes, it's the first half stealer. And we're all square in maps. So it's definitely not a big difference here. Nano won't get far, unfortunately. So now z2x have to try and do something, expand our lead here. Since this is their home map, it's definitely not enough. Oh, Thunder, I remember when we didn't have hot potato and I used to hold that flag for 5 minutes in loading docks. Yeah, I know, ZMB, that's the thing that's troubling me. I don't think z2x, especially now that, well, they were leading by 2, now all of a sudden it's, well, not all of a sudden, but it's 2-all, and with 3 minutes remaining, well, z2x now finally in possession of the blue flag once more, but Lisco very low, Locati waiting for it to be safe. Good choice to leave the blue flag there. z2x are in trouble here. So it is CTF, but not a lot happening at the moment, at least if you're looking at the points. Plenty of attempts, but these two teams are quite level skill-wise. The only real thing that's bothering me here is that z2x are on the easier side, and the difference is quite markedly if you're drawing on on blue, or if you're drawing on if you're drawing on blue or versus blue. Now, last ditch attempt to try and get the flag, but I think that both teams pretty much, well, 6 seconds, that's enough, especially with so much health. Why take that route? Why would you take that route? Oh my god! What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh man. No, he can't have forgotten the time. All of his teammates were probably yelling in his... Oh. Okay. That's plenty stupid. That's such a shame. Especially... Well, I mean, that might bite them in the butt. Okay. They are going to ready up any time now. Thanks, Biddle, for that warning. I'm wondering if I have to reconnect because this isn't promising. Let me quickly check if I have to reconnect, guys. No, there is just one. Okay. Yeah, indeed, took the damn scenic route. That's exactly what he did. Wow guys, more and more followers joining. Only 6 away from a very nice number of followers. 1337. And here we go. This is exactly what I was expecting. Z2x going to enforce their will upon... oh, wait a second. No, that isn't what I was expecting. Sorry. I was expecting Wehrmacht to enforce their will upon z2x on this half. Derp. Double derp. Click. That's not the sound you want to hear. Nicely done, Nex. Good awareness. But Wehrmacht are in bad shape. A lot of their teammates are low. And... Ooh, good choice to get Frederius there to support. Next with the silenced G36. Well, it is a way to break open pillars, which is always a rough spot to try and get through. But still, it's there's a reason why I'm surprised. Oh, rough. But I'm glad Wehrmacht did manage to get the... Nicely done, Lisco. The lag can also be GTV induced, by the way, so don't worry about the players. Hey vogels. Leuk om jou hier te zien. Anyway, z2x just made a cap. Unfortunately, we didn't follow it from that perspective, but... showing that they definitely are still in it to win it. And with points being all square right now. Oh no, sorry, not all square. Z2x leading by 2. Oh, great play here by z2x, but unfortunately Wehrmacht were already situated at the... Ooh, what's gonna happen here? Oh, Nex just shooting through the flag. He didn't even see the opponent. But good job there, making sure that z2x is not going to get a third cap just yet. Nice job by Nano. Another hot potato situation though. And this time it's z2x who seem to cap. Yeah, indeed, there goes Kian. RKQ going to do the counter cap. All of z2x are dead. And this is the route that is... No, come on! What is this time awareness? Even with that little amount of health, he could have... Well, at least it was a cap. Nice double tap on the head there by Nex. Sorry, it's always easier having providing commentary when you're on the sidelines, but I am kind of being tilted every single time. z2x still leading by 2. So Wehrmacht have it all to do with 4 minutes, 2 caps. It is possible, but it's been slow up to now. Too slow, if you're asking me. So now z2x is going to get 1 more cap, and then the difference will be 3. Good, well done there by Wehrmacht. I really expected that to be a cap. Sure, I will. There you go. As I said, z2x leading by 2 at the moment. Nicely done, Rocket. So, lead now to 3, and that means that z2x will win on their home map here. It hasn't been convincing, that's one thing that's for sure, but it's enough, and that's all that counts. And I agree. If you think you can do better, you best sign up and show that you can do better. Thankfully, I don't think I can do better, so that's why I'm not signing up. I have to quickly check how come my hard drive is filling up a lot faster than it would usually do. So it might be that I have to restart the stream in a second. I think it's right into the wrong disk. No, Thunder, that's why you have VPN, so that you can now approach it with an Italian IP. 20 seconds remaining here. Too many of you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, be right back. I will have to stop the stream. See you in a couple of minutes. It's 3 maps down, 4th map about to start, and the question is, will Z2X clinch it and win their first gold, according to Memnon, if I'm not mistaken? Or will we go to a 5th and decider? It is the home map of Wehrmacht, so I do expect to go to a 5th and decider, but we'll have to wait and see. Crane was asking which teams are going to be in the Nations Cup draw. Well, it's going to be France, Portugal, Belgium, Argentina, USA, UK, Germany, Colombia, Poland, Australia, Nordic, Italy, Mexico, Asia, Chile, and 1 mystery country. I don't know which mystery country that's going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's not going to be filled up, and maybe it is. So without further ado, let's continue with the Winter Cup Grand Final between Z2X and Wehrmacht. And we already missed the first half, or first round, I should say. Z2X won it quite convincingly. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm quite sure that a lot of these players won golds. It used to be, not to disrespect these teams, but it used to be that the Winter Cup was all for shits and giggles. That's when I was still an active admin of Urban Zone. I mean, we had hilarious teamed maps, weekly map pools and that sort of stuff. I think all of these serious players would completely rage quit. But in this case, they're still enjoying themselves, but then with the regular maps, all square. You don't see that often at this level, but Shane just exploded himself. Nicely done. Short fuse, yeah, indeed. Well, now it's Keon versus 4. Yeah, I think you could also say, Thunder, that it was an E detonation. RKQ going to retreat, make sure that the 5 remaining Wehrmacht players will be as full of health as possible. Now it's 4 against 2 and the pincer movement moving in right now. Kind of poor coordination from Wehrmacht there, but thankfully they had the man advantage, or the double man advantage in this case. Wehrmacht playing conservatively in this one, and Shane decides to catch another nade, but this time not his own. Oh, necks, especially when your teammate is looking the other way. Fredurust on fire here, gets 3 kills. And Shane still on 0. Well, in fact, it should be on 1, but yeah, he fragged himself. Yeah, I agree. These teams are good on their home maps. Unfortunately, Tohunga isn't that 5th map, because that would have been epic. Although it could still become the 5th map. I think. I have no idea, actually. I don't know, Duffy, let me quickly check if they decided for a 5th map. If they did, I don't have that information. I just checked the info that I got from Biddle, and no 5th map is listed. Oh, that was rough. Z2x completely taken apart there by Wehrmacht. Jesus, Thunder, stop. Please don't tempt them. But this is looking like a pretty big ordeal here for Z2x, but a nice flawless victory here. Nothing like a flawless victory to bolster your team spirit. Execution Square, the final resting place of Z2x's dreams in that 9th round. Now, the lead still 5. Yeah, but Memnon, don't be too critical. It's 1 by 1 in a very short time. No, I completely agree. Complete lack of coordination. Yeah, exactly. Tactical 1 by 1. Have they spotted each other? Yeah, RKQ did spot him. Rocket's 6th sense is tingling, but oh, smart. Very well played by Rocket. Nice attempt, RKQ. Oh, lovely necks. But that also means that Z2X are back trailing 5. Nick's still on fire. People are just sacrificing themselves for his amount of kills. Although, looking at the score, we should actually be following Nano. Yeah, I agree, Memnon. Sorry. Also, my energy is completely gone. So, 2.5 hours of streaming, all from 0 to 100 from my perspective, after not streaming for 4 months, is quite rough. But I'll try and get my energy up for the last map. What do you guys think? CTF or Team Survivor or Bomb? Please share in chat. You really think they'll agree to Team Survivor? No, I understand that, that it won't be CTF. But I've seen it happen before in finals and actually deciders that they go for Bomb. Freeze tag. Hey Mako, I didn't spot you there before. I really think we should have some kind of rule that when the frag difference in Team Survivor is bigger than, or the round difference is bigger than, I don't know, what's realistic, 10 or 15, that it would force the next map to start. It would also make it worthwhile for the team that's leading to yeah, exactly, mercy limit. I like that name. It would also make it worthwhile for the team that's leading to actually still do their best. And I've seen plenty of teams fuck around, silence PSGs, etc. Nice try, Disco. Oh, Ricochet. Jesus, that's a long time ago that I saw that name. See, they're just not going to do anything. Okay, since we have some time, let's see how many of you guys would be interested in Mercy Limit. Let's see, new poll. Mercy Limit. Please. Okay guys, new poll. Cast your votes. new, so we have a lot of suckers for punishment. Capture and hold Riyadh. You guys are really crazy. For those watching on YouTube, the chat is going crazy with loads of ideas for the final map. I have an idea for the fifth and final map. 24/7 Eagle. See which of the clans stops. There used to be a map, I don't remember what it's called, but there was a nuclear rocket launching pad somewhere, and you had these really slow moving doors that actually slid. That looked really cool. Okay, so you guys say no to the idea of a mercy limit. Boo-hoo. Was it Blitzkrieg? No, it was definitely not Blitzkrieg. No, actually, I think it was Urban Terror 4.0 that started with slightly bigger, that all the maps were too small, like height wise. The size of the models was increased by, I think, well, something like 20% or something like that, and that's why some maps didn't work anymore, and these were really old. Maybe even, yeah, well, definitely Quake 3 era maps, but they weren't Quake 3. The score Thomasy Warfare is as follows. Let's see if I can get it in front of you. So officially it's 2-1, but it's pretty much 2-2 now. Oh, why did I say yes to Biddle that I could shoutcast this? So, this fifth and decider is actually going to happen. And since, actually from my perspective, it's going to be a sixth map, because we played Tohunga twice. So they're going to continue with one man less. Oh my god, Vredig is echt serieus, man. Oh my god. Such a troll. Oh gosh, honestly, these guys. Okay, so my money's on that they are not going to continue this map, and that they will restart the server, then do a knife fight, and then have a fifth and decider. Congratulations to, well, actually I should say both teams, but Wehrmacht for being so incredibly impressive here on Prague. We will be back with the rest of this game. The final map. Oh man, it's taken a lot of time. 3 hours to be exact, to be at this stage. We played Tuhunga twice, and now we are going to join Turnpike. No, Austria Team Survivor. Let's add some audio as well, and so it was actually the Germans, or well, Wehrmacht, I should say, who could choose from between Austria and Cambridge, and they chose Austria. So that's interesting, actually, since well, a lot of you guys are rooting or expecting z2x to perform better here on Austria. Anyway, Nano and Vrederust will take care of Kion here, and it's 1-0 to the Wehrmacht. It's been a long evening, but it's going to be an even longer evening, guys. After this we have the Nations Cup draw. And I would quickly like to thank the subs that I got this evening. Well, first of all, a shout out to my 2 regular subs. GTV Sailor Moon, in 2 months he will have been a sub for 3 years in a row. That's crazy, 36 months. Blaze Fancy for 5 months. Pretzel, you rejoined as a sub for now, but I think you've already had quite a couple of months before. Thomasy Warfare and Vitus42. Appreciate the support, and I can't say that it motivates me to do more streams, but it will definitely make it easier for me to upgrade hardware or use it for prizes, and that's one of the things that I will definitely be using for if we are going to do a Corona Battle Royale, or I should say knockout. 3-0 now for the guys of the Wehrmacht. I should be talking like a German, jawohl, but I'm quite sure that people will be reporting me, so let's not do that. Ooh, that sounded like a nice double tap there on Shane's helmet. Ooh, Z2X, what the hell is up with you guys? Time for a timeout, I would say. So, Wehrmacht continuing their, well, obliteration of Z2X that they started in the last map. Good safe play here, but from z2x. Making use of the man advantage, or the, again, 2-man advantage in this case. And they finally get their first round on the board. I wonder if there's any SR8 action here over at tunnels. Doesn't look like it, at least not on z2x's side. And in comes the push. Kitek takes his eye off the tunnel for a second and he gets instantly punished. Nice job here from z2x, and that will be their second round. Very nice push there, and the timing was perfect. So though it wasn't the best of starts here for z2x, then 2 rounds back to back, and the first kill now as well. Aggressive push from Kitek, and now come the rest of... Oh no, actually going to fall back. Survive and fight another day. Oh, Rocket was playing, it was... Oh my god, Nex comes from behind, and what an upset there in this round. Unfortunate there for Rocket, he got the double tap on his helmet, and it was such a hard angle to hit him, but well done from the Wehrmacht. Blitzkrieg. Yeah, exactly, that flank. Lead now back to 3. But z2x are going to get another round in. .14 still on the clock. Plenty of time. No need to start rushing. Even if you would be trading 5 rounds, no need to worry. Oh, what? Both of them died at the same time and still the blue team won? That's rough. Did they die at the same time? Oh, it was a bleed to death. Oh. Yeah, exactly, it made the server CI. Well, I have the sneaking suspicion that that was the GTV that went CI. But these two clans are so... I want to say, I'm at a lack of words to be honest, but they're so well matched to each other. Yeah, and unfortunately Nex didn't spot that the z2x guys escaped. One nade, but that nade was too late. And in comes the flank. Nicely done, RKQ. RKQ going to try and secure that kill that he feels was stolen away from him, but only 50% damage from that one nade. Now Z2x have to watch out because I think there's another one coming from tunnel. There's Nano. Well, he was too late to that party. Next took care of the rest of Z2x. But it seems like Wehrmacht always have one flanker. Okay, I'm back. Good positioning here from Lokati. Together with Rocket, he should be able to secure this round. The difference now back to 2, but it's been wobbling between 1 and 3 a long time now. Still not even halfway in.
Blue team wins.
I'm surprised, to be honest, that there's no SR8 being employed here. Yeah, I guess Stealer, but still an SR8. Especially, well, I guess it's not working for either of these teams, it's just there's no clear difference being made. Although Z2X now finally drawn level after, well, 10.5 minutes played. And an SR8 definitely does make a difference often. Oh, perfectly done there by Rocket, delaying next with the shots, and the frag was already, sorry, the grenade was already on the way. Oh, RKQ, cool as a cucumber. Wow, nicely done. 7 is knackered. Anyway. Derp. So Z2X now finally in the lead. Ooh, Raiderus took so much damage from Keon, and in come the rest of Z2X. But Nano is holding the fort. Unfortunately, Rocket also holding the fort. Very nicely done here, and the lead now transferred to Z2X, and there's a buffer, in fact. I like that Z2X completely took their... well, they took their time. They weren't stressed or whatever, even though they were trading for a long time. Trusting their system, and well, it's starting to pay off, especially towards the dying minutes of this grand final. And Kitek, well, yeah, only 7 frags. Clearly having the worst time here. Oh. Yeah, it could be lag, morely qua, I don't know, but it could also simply be a little bit of stress, since there's a lot on the line here. And also maybe some connection interrupts from the GTV. Could be. Great support here while the med comes in. Next is cleaning up shop. Where's Shay? And now they have to stick together. They have to stick together and watch out for the flank. Nicely done. Well done, Wehrmacht. Finally getting another round in. Great push here from Z2X, and I think they are going to win this one. Yeah, indeed. That was a very pivotal push there. Great timing, and well, the follow through was a little bit lacking, but it was enough. 4.5 minutes, 3 rounds the difference. Such great awareness from Nex. And also spots the push through tunnel, but he's going to be too late to really support. I mean, 2 of his teammates already fell there. And it's 2 against 3 at the moment, and those 3 are medding up. Yeah. Oh man, I really expected this to be a little bit closer towards the end, but I have to say both of these teams totally deserved winning here. A knife's edge, that's pretty much the whole difference between these 2 clans. Oh, perfect nade.
Blue team win.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. The Wehrmacht. Well, I'm tempted to make jokes related to the Second World War, but they lost in the end as well. Impressive play here by both clans, and I'm pleased to have shoutcasted it. Don't forget, don't leave instantly after this this final concludes. We have the Nations Cup Nations Cup Grand Final, Nations Cup draw coming your way. Well, I don't see them pushing yet. Crane, I think I would stop shoutcasting indefinitely if that were the case.
Red team win.
Ooh, just 5 followers away from 1337 amount of followers. I don't think it's going to happen this evening though. Anyway, 1 minute remaining here, 4 rounds the difference, and the Wehrmacht are trying to hunt down Cheyenne. The score will at least reflect how close this whole match has been. Oh, Nex even throwing his nade completely out of bounds.
Blue team win.
Well, Freder is making a political statement here. Well caught there, Cam.
Red team win.
GG. Congratulations, Z2x. Thoroughly deserved, and unfortunate Wehrmacht, not thoroughly deserved. It was really close. But nevertheless, let me quickly update that score for posterity's sake. File save as. And here we go. Well, that was it for the game this evening. However, we have the Nations Cup draw coming your way in, well, give me 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes. Be right back.